Hello and welcome, everyone. As you can see, Katie is not here this morning. She texted me just a little while ago and said that she had a cold over the weekend and she just woke up feeling like, nope, nope, not for today. Yeah, she's not feeling great. So, Darlene and I are going to share the practice today. So, I feel really happy about that and very grateful to Darlene for her yes. And I wanted to start our practice today with looping with our breath and also with Katie. And I thought that would be a lovely way to start off the practice because I know that I feel like when I hear, oh, Katie has a cold, I think, oh, and I want to send her loving energy. And so I want to give us an opportunity as a group to do that. She brings so much joy to us and so much love. So, in case you're new here, my name is Michele Yasuda, and I wear a lot of different hats in the Hendrix world. So today I'll put on my Big Leap Coach hat, and Darlene is a wonderful dear friend of mine, and I think most of you know her. And she's also a Big Leap Coach. So we're going to be stepping into these very big shoes today. And so, what I want to invite you to do right now is to give a little attention to your belly and see if you can relax the belly muscles and begin to take some deeper, more conscious breaths, more slowly, where you're breathing in and you're letting your belly expand on that in breath. And when you're letting the breath go, you're letting the belly just gently come back towards the spine. So you've got this nice, easy, beautiful, what I see as an exchange with the universe, with life force itself, just allowing breath to come in, saying yes to life, yes to breath. And now let yourself picture Katie's beautiful face. And if you can conjure up some loving, joyful feelings, healing, calming, just knowing that Katie has a little cold going on. So let yourself conjure up that love and then loop your love and your whatever it is that you want to add to your loop. Just go ahead and add that in and loop that energy with Katie. And then you can let that energy come back to you, knowing that it's growing in beauty, it's growing in love. And when it comes back into you, just notice how it lands in you. How does that energy land in you? And then taking another beautiful conscious breath. And again, looping out your loving feelings, your energy, whatever it is you want to add to your loop, looping that out to Katie. Just looping that energy out, knowing that her, whatever this cold is, moves through her quickly and she's returned to her vibrant self. And then let that energy come back to you again, noticing that it's grown in depth and in all ways. It's growing, it's deepening. And so letting that feeling come in and again notice how it lands in your body. And then one more time, loop that attention, your sensitive awareness out to Katie. And then let that energy come back towards you. And again, notice how it lands in your body. And then taking a couple of more conscious breaths. If you've come on the call late, Katie has a cold today, so Darlene and I are stepping in. And then, Darlene, I'm going to toss the energy over to you.
I'm gonna catch it. Oh, I'm noticing, really appreciating your guidance in the last few minutes. And it's delicious to loop with Katie. I'm thinking of all the qualities that I just delight and appreciate about Katie. And I'm noticing that generates, I feel like my heart area is expanding. I can feel the energy bubbling out from my chest as I'm placing my attention on loving and appreciating Katie. I'm noticing, like Michele said, the energy expanding and noticing I'm generating that. And I feel connected to Katie. And that just feels so delicious. I just appreciate, I'm just wanting to name all there's so many things that are beyond words. Her humor, her wisdom, I feel held in her grounded presence just thinking about her. And um, one of my favorite practices is love scoops. And one of my favorite add on practices is the love energy pool. What am I scooping from? So I'm going to invite all of us to use your active imagination to imagine that love is all around. One thing I've been doing lately is just breathing into how many people are loving an activity right now on earth, or loving a human or a pet. Just the act of loving. Right now, I could tune in to all the people on the planet that are in the energy of love, and I can feel it expand. And I feel connected to everyone who's loving right now. And I like to pump up the energy with my body. And then I like to scoop from that and let it land. And especially if I can feel my hand on my skin. And then I take some deep, loving breaths from my belly. And I allow myself to feel my own loving hand from the inside of my body. I shift my awareness to receiving this hand that's loving on my body. So I delight in that I can be the giver and the receiver of love in any given moment. And I scoop and I let it land. I like the practice of think of someone you know you love for sure, or a place where you feel safe and secure and free, or an activity. Put that energy in your love energy pool, all the pets you've loved, all the family members or neighbors or childhood friends. I even think about my first crush. And there's a specific different cocktail of energy when I think about my first crush. But it was love. It was joy of life and joy of human connection. Sure, there was projection, but I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna focus on the love that generated in me when I thought about, or a girlfriend that I just cherished as a youngster, or my grandmother looking at me in a way that just felt like pure delight. And I relish in that. With my memories, with my imagination, I conjure up love. And I send that. I'm gonna scoop up some love and send more to Katie. And I scoop and I let it land with me. I like the old love lotion. I don't know if any of you have tried the love lotion that we do. mm, any part of my body. I invite you to get curious about what part of your body would like some love. Scoop and let it land. There's a little tight spot right here in my neck. I'm gonna mm, let it land. Feel it from the inside. Be gentle with myself. And I'm gonna scoop up some more, and I'm gonna scoop loving energy to each one of you on the call. I'm delighting in this flowing energy I'm feeling as I'm watching, looking at the screen. Oh, I love this community. I love that you all showed up and we can connect, have a moment to come home to ourselves. What ways do you come home to yourself? Mm. Mm. Kathy, yeah. Every love lotion. I just remember the love lotion, love drops. If you feel any resistance, would you be willing to take a drop of love? If you're not totally on board with a scoop, perhaps sometimes a drop of pure love elixir would be a good opening. So I'm going to toss it back to my dear, dear friend Michele and for some Presence Connect play.
Mm. Ooh, that was yummy. Thank you, Darlene. Love that. So, yes, so today's Presence Connect play. So, the first one is for presence is essence pace to be aware of you and aware of others. Essence pace to be aware of you and aware of others. So if you're not familiar with essence pace, think of it as moving through the world and interacting with the world at a pace that feels delightful, feels most alive, feels most aligned with your truest self. And so right now, let yourself feel into what is it like to drop into a pace that feels delightful. Now, that might mean a burst of energy, or it might be a very calm, gentle energy. Whatever that is, let yourself notice how it affects your loop of awareness with the group. So when you're moving at a pace and you're feeling in your movements and in your whole body system, feeling connected to the pace, it feels delightful to you. How does that end up impacting the way that you're taking in the group? I notice for me that if I am in my essence pace, I actually can interact with others. There's not a feeling of like, oh, like a jangly feeling, or um, like I'm here, but only part of me is here. Most of me is somewhere else. I feel like essence pace invites me to be here in my body, right where I am, which is quite delightful. So it's a wonderful presencing tool. All right, for connect, listen appreciatively. I feel like we all just got an opportunity listening to Darlene while she was talking and sharing about this practice that she loves so much. I can feel her delight in love, in the love pool. And I feel like that it's listening appreciatively is so easy when there's someone like Darlene sharing from her essence self. And so um, listening appreciatively, if we go with the definition that Katie often will use, appreciation is using our sensitive awareness. So it doesn't necessarily have to be, I love everything and I'm appreciating, meaning that I love everything that I'm seeing. It could actually be, I'm noticing. I'm noticing deeply and discerning. To me, that's another way of listening appreciatively. So that I'm actually here again, present in my body while I am with whoever I'm with, whatever I am choosing to listen to. So adding appreciation, and appreciation can also be that feeling of love and delight. So adding that into the loop. So right now, letting yourself listen with a sense of appreciation and notice what that means to you in your body. Like, what does your body tell you that means? If you're listening appreciatively, just feels like depth to me, which I really love. And play for today. Play is new choice. So I love making new choices. New choice is one of my favorites. I love my comfort things. I love to have my jasmine green tea every day, and I love to do my breathing practice, things like that. And then I really love when I have an opportunity to make a new choice, do something different. Like today, Today was unexpected. Sat down at the computer thinking I'm going to say hi to Katie, get a text. Oh, something different's happening. And I love that my choice to reach out to Darlene was received with a yes. And so that was a really fun new choice, right? Like I got to experience Darlene being in the moment and saying, yes, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to play with you this morning. And so new choices, the benefit to the brain of a new choice, if we want to go in the into the neuroscience of it, is that it interrupts old patterns. It brings us into the present moment. So it allows us to use the parts of our brain, and I love seeing the delightful new choices that I'm seeing on the screen. It lets us use the part of our brain that's actually open, that's available to connection, to deep connection, to presence, connect, play. So making new choices can really add a burst of aliveness into a any kind of moment. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big new choice. It can be as simple as right now, I invite you to just change your position in your chair or move your body in a new way. Yeah, I like Sherry's. That's fabulous. Yeah. So new choices open up new possibilities. And I am really enjoying that we were able to create a new possibility today together. And thank you so much for being willing to be here. I'm expecting that Katie will be back into her vibrant, well self by next Monday and be back with us. And if you want to stay on the call afterwards for our conscious conversations, big talk, feel free. And otherwise, we'll see you next week. So thank you so much. And thank you so much, Darlene. I so appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.